Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Adopting a healthy lifestyle is more than diet and exercise. It's all about a variety of good habits. And here with tips for recovery and self-care are Liz Plosser, editor-in-chief of Women's Health magazine, and George Fleck from Westin Hotels and Resorts. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. We talked about it earlier in the show. We're just a couple weeks into this new decade, and I think everybody is talking about new year, new you, that kind of thing. So, George, tell us a little bit how this buzz phase you think is happening and why it's maybe timely that it's right now.
It's so timely and still so relevant because traveling is stressful. And it can be really disruptive to maintaining your own personal wellness routine. In fact, a recent Westin survey that we conducted with travelers, we were surprised to find that 89% of travelers are still making those, wellness commitments. And as we're nearing the end of the month, we find that it's so much harder to make those commitments stick. As someone who travels 200 days out of the year, it's just really difficult. I also am training for a marathon, so when I travel, I find it just really challenging to be able to maintain the routine I'm used to at home, my favorite runs, my favorite gym equipment. But at Westin, we are looking to inspire and to empower our guests to be able to maintain their wellness routine and maybe even be able to make those commitments that they've made for the new year stick. And that includes our offerings such as the Peloton bikes in our hotels across North America. We offer our TRX equipment in gyms across our hotels, our Run Concierge program, so there's a buddy that you can go on a run with and get familiar with a local destination. Of course, healthy food options on our Eat Well menu, and let's not forget about the Westin Heavenly Bed. So all great ways to maintain your own wellness routine and make sure that those promises you made to yourself for the new year can stick.
I think that's fantastic. Liz, what type of wellness trends are you seeing?
Well, there are all sorts of big wellness trends happening in 2020, so I can give you a few highlights. One that my editors at Women's Health are seeing is a rise in people interested in plant-based eating. So lots of brands that offer faux meat products are making this easier than ever. You can find their products at restaurants across the country, as well as showing up in supermarkets all over the United States. Also in the food and nutrition space, perhaps you've noticed on your Instagram or social media accounts that lots of celebrities are doing something called Dry January. And I've noticed that this has really trickled down to the masses. This is when you take a month off of alcohol and maybe even are inspired to keep it going the rest of the year. There are lots of health benefits associated with not drinking, including glowier skin, as well as a reduced anxiety level and blood pressure, and just an overall boost in your sense of clarity and confidence. And then over on the fitness front, George mentioned the Peloton. We're definitely seeing streaming fitness continue to be a big trend in 2020. Lots of our readers are interested in buying Pelotons for their homes. And in addition, they're investing in sort of more affordable options such as workout apps. And actually, the editors at Women's Health and Men's Health just launched one called All Out Studio that has some really fantastic workouts. And then finally, perhaps my favorite trend to talk about, because I love to sleep, is recovery. More and more scientific studies are showing that sleep and stretching, as well as foam rolling and other recovery techniques, are super important to performing at your peak in all parts of your life. And that doesn't just include your workouts, it also means at work and with your friends and family. So there's lots to choose from and dabble in, and I always tell people to just try things out, experiment, see what resonates with you to feel your best.
I love that. There's so many cool trends and new things, which I think is fun. And George, from your perspective, we often talk about self-care now. I think that's sort of the new buzz phrase also. How do you see that taking shape for travelers?
Yeah, so what I love, what Liz just said about recovery. Recovery is oftentimes underestimated when it comes to travel. In fact, most travelers don't look to food or sleep as just fantastic ways to recover while they're traveling. In our survey, we found that 1 in 3 travelers look to food for recovery. So a couple of personal recommendations that I have when I travel, especially coming off of a long flight, is just grab your sneakers, go for a quick run, 20, 30 minutes, get to know your destination, hydrate. When you return to your room, have something simple like a quinoa bowl or oatmeal to refuel your body. And when you go into sleep, make sure you have a sleep routine. Get at least 8 hours of solid sleep in there. You can enhance your sleep by having a hot mug of chamomile tea before sleep time. And at Westin, we also offer a lavender sleep balm to make that sleep in your heavenly bed even stronger.
I love that.
And for
A
more
heavenly
information,
bed. Sounds great. Where can people go for more information?
Yeah, so for more wellness offerings, you can visit westin.com.
And for more wellness tips, you can go to womenshealthmag.com.
Wonderful. Thanks to both of you. We appreciate your time this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Molly.